invest like the bad bee you are. I am hype for this because if it's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a bonus. Do we even need to comment on that? I'm actually giving you 2 bonuses. Starting with number 1, and my chair is real squeaky, so let's hope it doesn't interfere. If it does, I don't know what to tell you. Number 1, make sure that the coach that you're investing in and planning to work with is a dream coach. It is a soul-aligned coach. What I mean by this is they are someone who, yes, inspires you and motivates you, but they most importantly activate you. They activate something in you that allows you to move through what seems like the impossible, that allows you to expand, that also brings your shadow out a little bit. As we know, that's what we need for growth. A dream coach does not have to make logical sense. A dream coach, you're going to feel that fuck yes in your body. And if you're into human design, which I highly recommend, in my Body and Being program, we're actually going to be dabbling in human design. For me, I'm a manifesting generator with sacral authority. I don't go by logics. I listen to what my sacral says. If I feel my sacral lit up, that is a yes. Always check in with your body. And I want to give an example. There was a time where I could work with a coach who was willing to take me to 7 figures. The full investment was $10,000, or they were going to give it to me for 50% off. Reason being was because I was going to be hosting a class for them. All that would be about $5,000 of an investment for about 6 months of coaching with a coach who was going to take me to 7 figures. Or I could work with another coach whose price is set at $50,000 for their coaching container. I would get less deliverables than what the first coach promised. They were still, of course, going to take me to 7 figures. Same thing, same goal. What would the logical decision be? $5,000 or $50,000 investment? The obvious answer, go with the $5,000, right? I ended up working with this other coach, and I am seeing so much more growth than I could have ever experienced without this coach, or if I chose a different coach. Because this coach, even though the investment is so much more, that coach activates me. They activate me in a way that is priceless. They hold space for me in a way that is priceless. So this is huge. Do not go off a mental, logical decision. Because a lot of times working with your dream coach is not going to make sense. But it makes sense to your body. You could feel it in your body. Number 2, technically this is 4. Number 2 is choose an investment price that pushes your edges, but doesn't push you over the edge. What I mean by that is you want to choose an investment price slowly, like pushing your boundaries, your safe, comfort, safe zone, right? It's pushing up against it. It's pushing. But it's not like kicking your ass over the edge. It's not kicking your ass off a cliff. So it's scary to make this investment, but it's not going to put you in a full-fledged, like, stress response where you just freak out. Can't even focus on anything else. You're focusing on, holy shit, I don't have any money now. And this is where you got to learn to decipher that. Because you want to choose an investment price that is scary. It excites you, it expands you, it activates you, but it is also scary to pay this much money. You're going to have those limiting beliefs and those fears and that self-doubt come up. That's pushing the edges. You have an investment that's exciting but scary. That's how you know it's right. If you have an investment that, again, puts you in a full-on stress response, a fight, flight, or freeze zone where you can't even function, it's not the way to go. Trust me, I know this from experience. I made an investment where it was $6K a month. It threw me over the edge. Like, kicked my ass off the cliff, full on stress response. Not a good place to be at. Versus me committing to my dream coach for a year. Now that's scary. I'm going to be paying this high price for a whole year. Limiting beliefs come up. Will I be here? Can I afford it? You know, am I going to be able to continuously make these payments? That is scary, but it's not pushing me off the cliff. It's pushing my edges. That's the difference, and that's very important. And I'm going to also give you a bonus on exactly how to find that number. Number 3, go into your investment or your coaching container without expecting a financial ROI, a return of investment. This is a huge mistake I see people make, and I've done this in the past. And a lot of times when you are kicked over the cliff, in this example, it's when you overly focus on that expectation of, I make the money back, I gotta make the money back. Focus on your energy. What are the non-monetary wins, and celebrate that? How can you commit to yourself and show up? That's what I want you to focus on. And also, like, when you go to college, or any school, because your girl didn't go to college, any course, any program, any mentorship, you don't go into that class or go into college expecting to be super successful and have everything you desire right after you graduate, right? But you do expect that you have all this new knowledge and all this new experience that you can then implement from there on forward. That is the take I want you to take when you work with a coach. You may not experience that financial wins right away, or those physical wins right away, because it's not just about business. You could be doing a fitness program, you could be doing a soulmate program, whatever it may be. Tangible wins. You might not experience them until a year later, but the reason you experience them a year later is because you went through the process already. So that is huge. It's also going to put a lot less pressure on yourself, which we know pressure causes resistance, and that blocks our manifestations. Number 4, don't go into a coaching container with the energy of asking coach, will I be able to get X, Y, and Z result, and have that be the decider of whether or not you make the investment. As a coach, can't answer that. If in fact the coach answers that and doesn't say they can't answer that for you, that you have to answer it for yourself, I would maybe take a step back. Make sure you're in the right place. Because a coach cannot answer that for you. That is giving your power away. Whether or not you will be able to get that result is up to you, and it is also up to your divine timing. Take your power back as you go into this investment. Number 5, information without implementation ain't shit. And I said this on previous videos, and I'm probably going to say it on future videos because it is the truth. You need to show up. And that is not show up with the all or nothing mentality. Show up with whatever you got that day. Show up messy. Show up 1%. Whatever you do, show up and do the work in whatever capacity or form that you are capable of in that moment. When you show up, be honest, be raw, find yourself that safe space. A coach should be able to create that safe space for you to be vulnerable, to be out there, to be you, and to do the work. If you are struggling with something, ask for motherfucking help. You cannot expect to get this transformation if you're stuck on something and you don't ask for help. If you are struggling to do something, it's been a couple weeks since you've done it, and you can't quite get the attempt to be successful, that is a huge cue to take that to your coach and get help. Let's go into the bonus tip. This is in regards to choosing the right investment price. And I want to note that if you find out that the investment price is not right for this time, that does not mean don't invest. That does not mean you won't be able to invest at that price in the future. What that means is you can invest on a lower price level. You can set that desire and intention and manifestation to invest at that level. There's 3 different investment price points. The first one is the number that is too low. This number does not activate you. It does not get you moving. It does not get you taking action. Why do so many people sign up for, a free challenge or a free PDF or a $25 challenge or whatever that number may be and whatever that offer may be and not even go through with it even though it was super inexpensive? Because that number is too low and it does not activate them. Then you have the freak out number. This number, again, is going to push you over the cliff. All you can do is focus on making the money back, trying to survive, trying to put food on your table, and you're just stuck there. You don't want to be at either of those numbers. That number is also going to lead to resentment. Where you want to be is in the middle. You want a number that excites you, activates you, but also scares you, also brings out your shadow. That is a perfect place to be. So what I want you to do now, because we always have action steps. I really look at action steps as casting a spell out into this world. I want you to go out to your dream coach and tell them you are committed. Whether you plan to work with them right now and you're going to go for it and make that investment even though it's scary, or you're just letting them know you're committed, you plan to work with them and you're working toward working with them. Just let them know. Let yourself know. Let it out into the universe. And then go commit to that container or whatever it is. And watch your life transform. And investing in a coach is priceless. It is the number one way to collapse time around your body and bank goals. Go do it. Go do it. That's wrapping it up. Drop in the comments how you are feeling or tag the coach and let them know in the comments you are committed. All right, I'll see you next video.